Hello, we start the program Ask Defacto about Mongolia and the current situation in the country. Coronavirus, COVID 19, is spread all around the world. Almost half a million people are infected in 200 countries, and 24,000 died, and 20% of those people who are infected recovered. That's good news. In Mongolia, so far, we have 11 people infected, as the country was ready from the very beginning for possible infection. And those 11 people are imported. The 11 people came from Europe, one foreigner, 10 Mongolian nationals, and charter flights were organized. And these people were coming with this charter flight. And from the beginning, they were they had temperature, so they had uh, they had been watched, isolated separately. And since mid-January, the country had made quarantine for over 3,000 Mongolians, and now 2,000 of them are currently in quarantine for 2 weeks. They are in three major cities of the country and at also a border of Mongolia. From the beginning, there was a restricted movement in the country. No car transportation in the country, and also our flights were restricted. And as we speak of today, no flights, no trains for passengers, only cargo trains. There are thousands of Mongolians waiting to come back to the country. And since April 1st, soon there will be additional charter flights will be organized to Japan, Korea, and Germany to bring Mongolians who needs to come back immediately. That's the situation with coronavirus. The country were ready, and because it's a small country, only 3 million people, so we need really to be sure that we do all our best to protect from this virus. Now about coronavirus. Of course, this coronavirus became a coronavirus in all countries, including, of course, Mongolia. Our export had slowed down. 40% of our export is coal to China, and 2 months no transport of coal, which just recently restarted. Business very slow, in particular transportation, tourism, shops, malls, all are closed, very restricted time they work, and all people are encouraged to stay home if they can. Many offices are closed, the people are working online. All schools are closed and they take classes online. So this online culture is becoming very serious in the country. There are several measures taken by the government. First of all, monetary measures. Mongol Bank, central bank, had decreased the policy rate from 11% to 10%. And also, there is a required reserve of all commercial banks, and that one is decreased from 10 10 to 10 and a half to 8.5, and the loan payment was still postponed for 90 days, that the banks will change the qualification of quality of loans. But however, it doesn't help much because interest rate is still high in the country. Prime Minister Hurusuk announced today further additional fiscal measures against coronavirus damage to the economy. First of all, there is no social insurance payment from April 1st till October 1st in Mongolia, and for the same period, no personal income tax from salary, and also no corporate income tax for the companies which has a sales 1 billion tugrik, around 360 US thousand, 360 US around 360,000 US dollar per year, and those will not pay for the same period the income tax, corporate income tax. Also affected by coronaviruses, employees, workers will be paid some 200,000 tugriks. It's amount of 75 also US dollar per month for this period as well. So with those measures, the government hopes, at least it will help to companies not to lose any more jobs. So these are the monetary and fiscal policy taken by the measures taken by Mongolian government. This year is election year in Mongolia, and there is a big debate now in the country to have this election on time or not, which is June 24th. The president suggested to postpone it. The prime minister said so far they are not going to change the date. They will see what the situation will be before. But however, the country had started already that election syndrome happening every 4 years in the country. Some 33 political parties are registered to participate in election. There are some 14 or so coalitions of these political parties. And each political party is promising. They're competing now with promises as usual. Some promising 3 million Tugruk salary per month. And meanwhile, it is average 900,000 in Mongolia Tugruk salary on average. And then some political parties suggesting 5 million Tugruks, and some political parties suggesting to have very discounted mortgage or loan, and they promise that almost everybody who pays social insurance will get an apartment in their if they are if they are in power. So this kind of political syndrome is going on. So that's what is happening in Mongolia as we speak of today. If you like the program, put hashtag freedom under and leave your comment. Thank you. Goodbye.